بسجلها هيدي نطلعها. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Today we'll make some revision on Python. The final will include from lecture 11 till the end, till lecture 22, GUI applications. Okay. Then we'll talk what are included in GUI. Okay. As a fast review, lecture 11 sequences, list, and tuples, they are included in the final. Okay. What is the list? Okay, how to access the element in the list, and so on and so on. It's basics. Here we have basics information. Also, you can add the elements of the list with index. Here we have plus equal concatenation. So here we use plus equal when we convert, when we add or convert or add numbers or elements to the list. So plus equal, okay, will be used as concatenated or adding or inserting or appending in the list. Example here, we create an empty list, then for loop, using for loop. Example here, for number n range from 1 to 6, minus 1. We use that list, e plus equal number. So number will be incremented from 1 to 5, then plus equal act like concatenated, appending, inserting. So the list will be from 1 to 5. So we add 5 elements inside a list. Okay, so we use plus equal. Also we can use it in a string, in a word. Example here, letters equal empty list. Now this empty list plus equal any word, any sentence, anything, okay, here as a string. Automatically this concatenation plus equal will convert. Here we have conversion, will convert the string to elements in the list. Okay, each character will be element here. Even if you have two words with a space, we got element, space element here. We got space element here. Okay, so using plus equal in with the list means, it means concatenation or adding or insertion or conversion, like here. Also, you can concatenate two lists with plus. Okay, we have list 1, list 2 with the plus, you can add them. Here an example. Here an example. Okay, how to read or print the elements with their index. Okay, here an example. Comparison, you can read it. Here we have function. Okay, given code, given question. Okay, example here, cube list. I want to cube each element inside the list. So we define a function. Okay, inside the function we have for loop. Then each item, each element inside a list, power 3. Okay, power 3. So if you have numbers from 1 to 10, just call that function. Automatically each element will be cubed. Okay, is very example. Here we have the same as before. So lecture 11 sequence, lecture 12 and 13 continue of the sequence. Okay, read them read them. We have built-in function. If we want to sort the list, we have two types, built-in function or method. Okay. Read them, please. Okay. Okay. 13, 13, 14 now, revision. 15 here. Tuples and array. Okay. Tuples, what are tuples? Similar to list, but the element cannot be changed. Okay. And we put it in parentheses, which are optional. The parentheses, but we define بنفرق list من التupل بالparentheses. Okay. Okay, it is examples the same as list. Here you cannot modify an element inside a tuple. T1, which is 6, we cannot assign a new value and change the element 6. We cannot. Give us error. Okay, whereas in list we can. But we can in tuple make the concatenation augmented assigned statement plus equal. We can do that also in a tuple. So here we have a list called T 5620, T2 equal T, example T2 now it's duplicate of T. Okay, if I want to add something in the tuple, we can use the plus equal similar to list. Okay. Okay. Tuples may contain mutual objects. So inside the tuple, we can have a list, one element, but it is a list. Inside the list, we can change the value, but we cannot change whole list. We cannot replace whole list. We can access the internal elements of a list inside the tuple by double subscription, double index. T2, T2 means 0, 1, 2. T2 means I am accessing this list, the element, this list. 1, so I am accessing 0, 1, the second element inside the list. Okay, so T2, 1 equals 60. Now, because it is an element inside the list, I can change it. But I cannot change T2 by anything else. If I write T2 equal something, give us error. I cannot change or replace this list by another list or another number or string. I cannot, because it's a tuple. But I can, if it is a list, I can go inside that list by double subscription, double index, and I can retrieve the value and replace or update the value. Here we have tuple. Okay. Also, we have something called unpacking sequence. It's very important. In Python, it's very important and very easy to use. Something called unpacking sequences. Unpacking sequences, okay. If we have example here, a tuple. It will work also on list, of course, because it's sequences. Unpacking sequences, it can be worked in list, tuple, or string, or range. So it will work on everything. So if you have tuple, two elements here, we have string and a list. If I just write two variable, name, comma, grade equal T. So here we have at the left two variable equal. At the right, we have a list or tuple or strings or range. It must be contains the same number. We have here two variable. This tuple must be contain two elements. Okay, you cannot make this unpacking sequence two variables with 3 elements or 4 elements. It will give us error. So in that tuple we have two elements, must define two variable equal to element. So here we unpacking sequence. So name will be equal to Jabir here. grades will be equal to that list. Okay, this is very important in Python and very easy to be used. Okay, this is the advantage compared to C or C++ or Java. Here also we can use it in string, list, and the range. Here we have one string, one word, but 3 letters, 3 characters. Okay, so we define C1, C2, C3 equal yes. So here C1 will be equal to Y, C2 will be equal to E, C3 will be equal to S. And you can make whatever you want with them. Just an example here. Also, a list, the same. We have a list with the 3 elements, so you can define 3 variables. 3 variables equal a list with the 3 elements, which give us n1 equal to 5, n2 equal to 6, n3 equal to 7. Also in a range, that range, the output must be 3 numbers. The output must be 3 numbers, okay? And we define it with the 3 variables. So right now, the range, the minimum, the starting point, the starting number will be 20. Plus 5, here we have increment plus 5. Plus 5, the second number will be 25. Plus 5, the third number will be 30. Okay? Because this is 31 is maximum minus 1. So it's true and it's correct. So unpacking sequence is very important. And of course, it's included in the final. Some example of that. Also, the advantage of Python, we can swap between 2 numbers or 2 variables via one statement only using tuple. In one statement. In C or Java or C++, we use it in 3 statements. We use it in 3 statements, the swapping values. So here, we use swapping using packing and unpacking method. So if you have number 1, 99, number 2, 22, so I can switch them in the tuple. So number 1, comma number 2. So I am overwrite the value of number 1 by number 2. Number 2 will be equal number 1. So we make the swapping here. We make the swapping here, okay? And you can do whatever you want. This is also advantage how to swap in Python via packing or unpacking statement on one statement. Also, we have a built-in code, built-in function called enumerate, which give us the index of each list or tuple. Okay. Example here. Example here. We have a list colors, red, orange, yellow example. If I want to enumerate colors, the output of enumerate colors will give us the red, the index is 0. So give us couple, always give us a couple. Okay, so enumerate colors give us 0 red, 1 orange, 2 yellow. And I put it in the list. So list enumerate color, we put it in the list, also in the tuple. So enumerate can be used to facilitate our code. This is an example. Okay. We can use index value in enumerate. Enumerate will give us couple. Always the output of enumerate is a couple, 2 elements. Index, comma, element. So here we have index value, enumerate colors will give us 0 red, 1 orange, 2 yellow. And you can do whatever you want via any code that you want. In data structure, we can use sequence in data structure also. Okay.